Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
You need it there. Keep it there.
Well, it's better there, I think.
Hey, folks. How you doing? It's Wednesday night. Just pouring myself a Coca-Cola here. Trying to keep hydrated. Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. And the only thing that's been proven to help fight the common flu is Coca-Cola. Strangely enough. I don't know what it is. It's the only thing that they've got out there to fight the common cold.
I've heard that if you inject Javex into your veins, that works as well.
Yeah, but that seems a bit like an American treatment, you know?
I suppose.
I like to keep things a little bit Canadian up here with the Coca-Cola and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Coca-Cola was a Canadian.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's why it starts with C. Coca-Cola Canada. Canada Coca-Cola.
Okay.
How you doing tonight, Neil?
Good, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show. It is Wednesday, January 22nd. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. And this is the fifth annual Dylan and Hines evening, which is nice. Get to play some Bob Dylan tunes, get to play some Ron Hines tunes, and tonight we have two brand new tunes for you. Well, a new Dylan and a new Hines.
New to us.
Mm-hmm. Really new to us. How you doing tonight, Barry? You doing okay? Your leg is still fucked up, eh? That's good. Well, nice to see everybody. Not much going on here tonight aside from some Dylan and Hines, which we're really excited about. Next week on the show we got Jigger, which is great. I had a good chat with Jeff and Don and Phil. John, the drummer, wasn't there, but it was a nice chat. That's for next week, though. For this week right now, here's a little Bobby Dylan for you. With a little Don't Think Twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ain't no use sit or wonder why, babe, even you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit or wonder why, babe, I can't see you anymore. Don't look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on, but don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name, girl, even you don't know by now. Ain't no use in calling out my name, girl, I can't hear you anymore. I'm thinking and I'm wondering as I'm walking down the road. I once loved a woman, a child I'm told, but I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. But don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. The light I'd never knowed. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. I wish there was something you would do or say to maybe try and change my mind and stay. But we never did too much talking anyway. But don't think twice, it's alright. Oh, so long, honey, baby, where I'm bound I can't tell, but goodbye is too good a word, babe. So I'll just say fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind, I could have done better, but I don't mind. No, you just kinda wasted my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. Oh, there we go. A little don't think twice, it's alright for you all, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing out there tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. Trying out a few things here tonight in the studio. I'm trying the MD421 on vocals, which is not a traditional vocal mic by any stretch. Oh, it's got labels on it and stuff. How ugly. It's not a traditional vocal mic by any stretch, but I was getting a ton of feedback from the open mics in here, so I figured I'd switch it up with this one. It seems you're doing a little bit better. That's just nice. Llewellyn Thomas, how you doing there, brother? Oh man, it was so nice yesterday. Lou, me, and Phil, and Don, and Jeff had a Zoom conversation for an hour or so where we were doing an interview for the Jigger record. But I think that was the first time that the four of us have been like in a conversation together in probably 20, if not 30 years. It was really incredible, Llewellyn. I thought a lot about you. I thought a lot about everybody. So I hope you're doing well back there tonight, Lou. We got the regular crowd here, which is awesome. John Ouellette, nice to see you. Sometimes dropping by, folks, just taking a look. Oh, I am excited for some of these songs. It's always nice to return to remembering Ron, and it's nice to play his songs. And of course, the Dylan stuff is great. So that was a Dylan tune. We're gonna do a Ron song now. We're gonna do this. What key are we doing in this, Neil?
B.
B. Wow.
I think so.
Cool. I'm all right with that. This man of 1,000 songs. He's got a crimson red tattoo, keeps it hidden just above his t-shirt sleeve. It's a broken heart and the inscription reads, "No love songs if you please." But he don't really mean that, it's his only cheeky tongue. He stands up and sings for them every night. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows the streets like he knows his last name. He knows the city from the wrong side out. He knows that time is cruel and any man's a fool who hides the truth behind his mouth. He knows the Duke of Earl, he knows my girl in the house of the rising sun. And the opening line on his marquee sign reads, "The man of 1,000 songs." He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell your soul back reasonably cheap. Or this guy you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't remember. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream beyond his expectations.
but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just the thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell you your soul back reasonably cheap. Oh, this guy you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't deliver. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream beyond his expectations, but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just the thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. Whoa, whoa, he's the man of 1,000 songs. Little man of 1,000 songs. A little bouncy delay tail on that guitar for y'all. Oh, new cap Tiz. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you all know I smoke pot, right? And I've been smoking pot for all my whole life. And I've been smoking cigarettes as well. And hey, Terry Stacy. And I've been trying to get off the cigarettes for years. And I'm 3 months out now since my last smoke. But what I'm finding I'm doing is, sort of rolling a joint in the morning and having 4 or 5 inhales with my coffee, and then putting it out, and like sort of every 2 hours going back and revisiting my joint. So I'm essentially just smoking. But I'm getting high all day, and, that's kind of whatever. But it's just still killing my throat. So I went over and spoke to Eric. They're doing great work with vaporizers these days. So I picked up Eric recommended me one of these Puffco Peaks, it's called. And I've been using some hash resin with it. I really like it. It's really good on the throat. It's a bit of an investment to get into, but they're really nice little units. They've come a long way. But when I gave him the hat, he gave me this hat as well. And he said, it's a very special hat. I don't quite get the meaning, but I'm sure the drug people out there understand it.
Well, it's top leaf, not spirit leaf.
It's top leaf, but it's a Top Leaf, I guess, is a brand. Anyways, nice hat.
I think it'll look absolutely great on me. Mm-hmm. They had it in a child size.
Absolutely. Higher Grounds, Fountain of Wayne, Hackensack. Any chance of a cover? We do an all-request night once a week, Higher Ground, but I will check out Fountains of Wayne, Hackensack, and I'll put that on my list of songs to learn. So maybe you'll hear about it at some point in time. Andrew Johnson from Florida. Holy crap, man. Pensacola got 11 inches of snow, 12 inches of snow something. Andrew, that's mad. Like, you guys have never... That's 4 times more than the record down there they got today. Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, that's where Andrew is. How you doing out in the snow there, buddy? Andrew lives in... I don't know if you're still in the same place, Andrew, but Andrew has this house and, it's in one of those sort of suburbs where there's a bunch of houses that make a sort of a circle, and there's another circle over there. But of course, in and amongst these circles and roads, there's these little ponds, and little rivers and gullies and shit like that. Anyways, Andrew has a little pond out by his house that has crocodiles in it.
I was going to say gators.
Yeah, it's just like they're right there. So I wonder how they're doing in the snow. That must be interesting.
Well, as long as you're in the water, they're okay, probably.
Or is that, yeah, probably. Yeah. Still, they would never know.
Yeah, you're right, you don't.
How would they know, right?
Well, I guess, same as any other creature.
But what would they know snow? Like, they don't know snow.
No, but all they do, they get out and they say, holy crap, the air's cold, I'm going back
True.
to the water.
I guess they're not cognizant enough to think, oh, the rain is turning to solid. And
Probably not. I guess it depends on how far they went in school.
True enough. School of alligators. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Mr. Grant is January is the month off for most of the band. Me and Neil are here because me and Neil are here all the time. Dave is taking some winter time to just hang out, and Mr. Grant is in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I think we got something here from him, Barry. Let's see what we got.
So basically, we're the poor ones. That's
we're the
why
poor
we're
ones.
Still here.
Exactly. Barry, what do we got from Mr. Grant there? Let's see what he's doing. We got. Oh, there he is. It is a very short message.
Pura vida.
I'm not quite sure. And this photo here has 4 goats in it, apparently. Mr. Gant is one. Oh, I can see another one down the bottom. A white one down the bottom right. And,
oh, good heavens, yes. There's. Oh, I see 2 white ones at the bottom.
You see 2 white ones at the bottom?
Yeah,
I only see one.
Distance away.
Oh, I see the other one, yeah?
Yeah.
And the 4th goat.
I'm not sure. I can't
remember. Isn't this a fun game to play on a Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen? Aren't you glad you tuned in?
4, for heaven's
I just see the 3. Oh, we'll have to sort of look. And
Where's
we'll have
the
to,
third one?
The third one?
Yeah.
Right under Mr. Grant's chin.
Well, no, that's the second one.
Oh, that's what I mean. Mr. Grant's a goat. So that's 3 goats. I can't find the 4th goat.
All right.
And as we come back, you'll realize that the goat has now moved. I forgot to do that. I also forgot to change the records. We've got Motorhead 2 weeks. And it's the funniest thing. Now, this is weird. I'm walking in by Allison's bed just before the show, and she says, "Did you change the record and move the goat?" And I said, "Oh, of course. Hold on, let me do that." And I turned around, and I came back in here, and now I'm sitting down, and the goat and the record didn't get done. I can't remember what happened. What the hell is going on?
So you lied to Allison.
No, I said, "I'll do it." I said, "Yes, I'll do it now." And then I did lie, essentially, because I didn't do it.
No.
Anyways, kudos to the Puff Peak for making my memory so strong on such a wonderful evening for
right. Good
for
old Top Leaf.
Good old Top Leaf. So Mr. Grant is doing awesome down there. He's having a really good time. And we're going to do a little Dylan for you now, because it is Dylan Hines. Andrew Johnson says, move to Blue Ridge, Georgia. No more gators, just a bunch of deer and snow. I didn't know you guys had moved to Georgia.
That sounds like Canada.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, deer and snow. That's good, Andrew. Someday we got to get back together again. It's been a lot of fun when we were hanging out. Some Dylan for you.
Go away from my window. Leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone, never weak, but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door. Oh, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'll only bring you down. You say you're looking for someone who'll promise never to part, someone to close his eyes for you, someone to close his heart, someone who will die for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. Go melt back in the night, babe. Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving, and anyway, you're not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly, and to come each time you call. A lover for your life and nothing more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. There we go. Another one of those endings on the fly. Oh, God, I love that song. Oh, we're going to try a couple of new songs tonight. We're going to do a Dylan song. I won't say which song it is, but if any of you Dylan fans out there might be able to find it. It's one of those rare albums that Dylan did with acoustic and bass, or a song that he did with acoustic and bass. So we're going to try and replicate that tonight. We have a few other things to get to before that, though, including some more Ronald Hines. Oh, nice screaming goat shadow. Oh, yes. Look at that, eh? A little silhouette shadow on the album. That's nice, actually. We're doing this in E flat, Neil?
Yeah.
I'm just going to check my tuning here, folks, before we get too far into this one, because for that reason exactly. The strings on this guitar are incredibly old. I kind of like it at
the guitar's
times.
old too, so
Exactly.
It fits.
It's not quite as old as the guitar, but they could use a change. But I don't really want to change them, you know? And a little sitar there.
First guitar I had was a nylon string guitar, and the thing I really liked about that was, like if I broke a string, I just unwound it from up here and pulled it down.
That's right. Yeah, just moving from one side to the other with the old catgut, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. I'm thinking this guy might be suffering the winter blues here with the old neck, giving it a few troubles here and there. You could shoot off a cannon from the middle of a pond and attract no attention in downtown St. John's. This getting nowhere is getting to me. I wonder where can you go to be all you can be? Well, no regular Joe wants to haul up and go, just to wind up homesick with no one you know. Just a smoke and a beer in the sports on TV, feeling sorry you left with no choice but to leave. There's no change in the weather, no change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. And you can't eat the air, you can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me. You can shoot off a cannon from the top of Long's Hill, and a Gulliver's taxi might be all you would kill. We were promised the sun and the moon and the stars. We got weathered old clapboard, salt-rusted cars. So let me join in the leaving with all of the rest, to Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver West. Lay down on a sidewalk and kick off and die, watching people not looking as they hurry by. There's no change in the weather, no change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. And you can't eat the air, You can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me. No change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. Down here you can't live for free, and you can't eat the air. You can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me. Ron, you write such beautiful words, such beautiful words. He was a master storyteller in song and in story. He's just a great, great man to be around. We're approaching that point of the night now where we're going to try a brand new something. Oh, we're doing this now. Okay, cool. Well, that changes things a little bit. Just a little bit, though, folks. See what I can remember.
Well, that makes two of us.
Yeah. Just kind of. Okay. Oh. Wish us luck here, folks.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah. Okay, here we go. You got enough bass there, Barry? So this is a song, this is off of Bringing It All Back Home, I believe, which is a really interesting album. It's one of my favorites. If I got the right album now, it's in my head. I think it is Bringing It All Back Home. It's got a great mix of his earlier albums, the singer-songwriter storytelling stuff, and then a bridge as well into his more rocky stuff like Maggie's Farm. Which was when he sort of was doing some really cool electric stuff. This song was always one of my favorites. It kind of ran down the middle. I don't really know. Most Dylan songs have a resonance with me thematically. This one doesn't, just because the lyrics are so fucking obscure. I'm not even sure kind of what it's about. It has its own meaning to me. It's not like some of the other Dylan songs where you can kind of say, oh, this is this and this. You might be wrong or right, but it's easy to just kind of tie something together. But it's a song called It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. And it goes like this. Here we go. You must leave now, take what you think you need will last. But whatever you wish to keep, you'd better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Look out, the saints are coming through. It's all over now, baby blue. The highway is for gamblers, better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky too is folding under you. It's all over now, baby blue. Oh, you seasick sailors better rowing home. All you reindeer armies are all going home. The lover who just walked out the door has taken all his blankets from the floor. The carpet too is moving under you. It's all over now, baby blue. Here we go. Leave your stepping stones behind, someone calls for you. Forget the dead you've left, they will not follow you. The vagabond who's rapping at your door, standing on the clothes that you once wore. Strike another match, boys, start anew. It's all over now, baby blue. It's all over now, baby blue. One more time. It's all over now, baby blue. There you go, a little It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Very first time. Never ever played that song before in my life. It was just one that attracted me for the arrangement. Pretty cool song, though. I mean,
it is.
All of the Dylan stuff is. What do we got there? I'll pick up the slack for Richard Schulk as usual. Oh, Richard's not here tonight. Oh my goodness.
Good heavens.
Hey, Deadwood, how you doing? Love that bass. Yeah, that's a beauty of a bass. Mm. I'm going to reach out to you this week. I got an idea for something we can do together. Aside from having you on the show as a guest, because I want to come down and do an interview and chat about your shop and your gear and what you're doing, but I got another idea as well, so I'll give you a call this week. Oh, that was Dylan. Done. Nice. Oh, I'm so nervous about that song. Oh, I'm going to do this one on my own. Okay, this is a... What's this one all about? I've told you all so many times about Ron's ability to show us back our own culture in song. And he captured it so well in this song here. Some stuff that he did was actually factual, topical, Atlantic Blue, Godspeed, stuff like that. This one here, I don't know if it's about an actual event, but anybody who's ever ridden in a cab in Newfoundland would have been greeted by the cabbie at the beginning of the ride. Very, very pleasant folk they are. Introductions, they would tell you their name, a little story about themselves, drive you where you're going, then at the end they'd introduce themselves again. Ron kind of bookends this song like this with an introduction in the first and last verse, and then a story about a cab ride in the middle. There's a song called It Goes Like This. It's called Killer Cab. I taxied up and down this town since 1954. I wore out 10 or a dozen cars over 30 years or more. Drove the other side of midnight to the clear edge of dawn. Seen a whole lot of what wasn't right, and even more of what was wrong. Even more of what was wrong. This man jumps in my cab one night. I'm sitting at the stands. He slumps down in the back seat with his face down in his hands. All I recall is a sweet relief. I was halfway back to town when a police cruiser with a flashing light was flagging me down. He said, "Where'd you keep that last fare, mister?" There are times I hear him whisper in the night. Friend, I believe I might have taken someone's life. I remember screaming, I remember the front door slam, but I can't recall how I got all these stains upon my hands. I drop him at this dirty shack. He's the picture of despair. I can't remember what the meter read or if he even paid the fare. All I recall is a sweet relief. I was halfway back to town when a police cruiser with a flashing light was flagging me down. He said, "Where'd you take that last fare, mister?" There are times I hear him whisper in the night. Friend, I believe I might have taken someone's life. I remember screaming, I remember the front door slam, but I can't recall how I got all these stains upon my hands. I taxied up and down this town since 1954. I wore out 10 or a dozen cars over 30 years or more. Drove the other side of midnight to the clear edge of dawn. Seen a whole lot of what wasn't right, and even more of what was wrong. Even more of what was wrong. Even more of what was wrong. More of what was wrong. Well, killer cab for y'all there. Oh, I just saw somebody was saying they're burning their dinner. Sorry about that. What was that one there? Oh, Steve Ustelfollow. So he was going to go see Miles Kennedy tonight, but he decided to do the Dylan Hines. Well, I appreciate that. And that being said, Miles is awesome. Miles Kennedy. I met Miles. A little story about Miles here. Thanks for the segue. I met Miles in like 97, I think, on the Big Wreck Watchmen Canadian tour together that we did a co-headlining stadium tour. And it was Big Wreck and the Watchmen, and we had a young band up from the States called the Mayfield Four. And they were an awesome band, and Miles was a singer. And I got to know Miles back then. Cool, little scrappy, skinny guy, non-drinker at the time. And actually on one of our last shows in Montreal, I was at the bar and I was drinking White Russians, which I always drink. And he said, "What are you drinking?" I said, "It's a White Russian." And I said, "It's kind of sweet." And blah, blah, blah. He said, "Oh," he said, "I don't drink, but let me try it." And he took a taste and he loved it. So he proceeded to drink them all night, not realizing that there's like 2 ounces.
For the ruin of this man, are you?
He got a little bit inebriated that night, but what a super guy! And now in his position, you know, Miles Kent, like he plays with Slash, and he's got his own band, and he's quite famous and quite popular. And good on him to recently in the media be talking up Ian a little bit, you know, saying how much he loves Ian and how much he respects Ian and his songwriting and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Nice for him to be paying that back years later. He's a cool guy. He's a really nice guy, actually. Killer Cab. Oh, this thing here. Check this out. Caitlin got me this. Can you guys see this? I'll show it over here. It's a little skateboard. She's got these thing called jelly cats. Anybody out there know what a jelly cat is? Her apartment is full of them. They do like avocados and eggs and coffee pots and all these stuffies, but out of like things around your house. And she got me a skateboard stuffy. Isn't that cute? It's got little wheels on it and everything. And a pair of legs.
I feel so incomplete. I own none.
You own none? You own none jellies?
That's correct.
Trying to get his legs to cross, but he doesn't seem to want to. Come on there, buddy. Now you're on. Okay, now it's in your nose. Okay, whatever. It's all good. It's all good. But thank you, Caitlin, for adding that to the studio. What's next? Oh, I like this one. Oh, we had just changed this, didn't we, during sound check? I decided to play up here.
I have no idea.
Right. Oh, no, it's not that. It's, hold on a second. Oh, Tangled Up in Blue. Sorry, I was thinking the other new one. Good Jesus, what are we doing? And this is... is that right?
Sounds about right.
Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laid in bed, wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never liked Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, the rain falling on my shoes. Coming up for the East Coast, Lord knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoning out west. Split up on a dark side night with a feeling it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday down the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the Great Worth Woods, working as a cook for a spell. But I never liked it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, I was looking just to be employed. Working as a while for a fishing boat right outside Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, my past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind. Love just grew, tangled up in blue. She was working at a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the cloud filled out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there back in my chair. She says, "Emmy, don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines of my face. I must admit I was a little uneasy when she bent down to tie up the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blues. She lit a burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. I thought she'd never say hello. She said, you know, you look like the silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me. Written line, a poet from the 13th century. Every one of them words ran clue and burned like burning coals, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul for me and you, tangled up in blue. Well, I lived with them on Montague Street, basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. And he started into dealing with slaves and something inside of him died. She tried to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And then, well, finally the bottom fell out and I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. Well, now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people I used to know are an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they do with their lives. Me, I'm still on the road, I'm heading for another joint. We always did say the same, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. Little tangled up in blue for you all there. Oh, it's interesting. We play these songs with the band, and we have different arrangements for different times, and then there's my arrangements for when I'm solo. It's always so interesting on a night like this to see what's going to happen. How's everybody doing here? I see we've got new messages. Let me see what's happening. What have I missed out on? Oh, just Debbie going back and forth with everybody, and that's all good. Might be a White Russian kind of night. I wish it was a White Russian kind of night, actually. My fridge broke this week. That was nice. Sunday night I was going to bed and I poured myself my half liter of milk, which I drink every night before I go to bed. And it kind of hit my lips and my tongue, and I thought, oh, it's kind of not cold as usual. I thought, oh, that's weird. And I poured it down the sink thinking something was wrong with it because it wasn't cold enough. I thought the milk must be wrong. I didn't think the fridge was wrong. I thought this milk is wrong for not being so cold. And then the next day, I went to get Allison something out of the fridge, and it was warm too. And I went, oh, fuck. I started feeling around, and I realized that stuff was thawing in the middle. And got a guy in, and he checked. He said, no, it's a Freon leak. And they put the Freon lines between the outside of the cage, so plumbers can't get to them anymore. That's the one thing they can't fix. So a good $2,000 later, I got a fridge coming, and I've got a fridge and kitchen full of thawed out everything currently. And I don't even have cold things to drink. And then, of course, I take the iced tea and stuff. I lay it outside, thinking that'll make it cold. And then I bring it back in. It's this ice block, and I got to wait for it to freeze and thaw out. It's not that big of a deal, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real first world problem. But still, that's what's happening if anybody's interested.
We should all build root cellars. You know, that's what, well, I say that.
I mean, I essentially have a root cellar.
Actually, my brother-in-law did. He, he's got a little Kubota tractor. So he did. He dug a hole in the ground about 6 feet deep. So you get down below the frost line, and it keeps things at a very nice
Wouldn't my basement be like that, though? I mean, it's just a stone basement. You can see the dirt.
It is.
But the furnace is down there.
It gets heated, unfortunately.
Right you are. Yeah. Right you are, Neil. I'll give you that one.
Thank you. So kind of you.
Yeah, no, that's good. Do another Ron song here now. Back and forth. Ron, Dylan. some cool Watchmen stuff happening. You guys will be hearing about it. Guys and gals will be hearing about it soon enough. We're getting back on our feet after a little cleaning break. And it looks like it's going to be a nice little summer of shows if we get our shit together, which we're working on.
I could help. That's my business.
Ah, you're right.
I got a whole world of judgment on me now. I am cursed and called a craven coward. Of this I will avow. Well, I treasure my notoriety. I'm the man no man wants to see. Still it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. I did it all for fortune and for fame. Now I'm the man. I shot and I killed Jesse James. Everybody knows me now for sure. Every meal's a feast, every empress is a whore, and it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. I see his face forever in my dreams. I see me shoot him with a gun. It was a gift from him to me, and I did it all for fortune and for fame. Now I'm the man. I shot and I killed Jesse James. Everybody knows me now for sure. Every meal's a feast, every empress is a whore, and it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be a nobody all my life. I see his face forever in my dreams. I see me shoot him with a gun. It was a gift from him to me, and I got a whole world of judgment on me now. Oh, I am cursed and called a craven coward. Of this I will avow. Well, I treasure my notoriety. I'm the man no man wants to see. Still it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. Than to be nobody all my life. I did it so I wouldn't be nobody all my life. Judgment from the Ron Hines catalog, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Man, timing, not bad. We got 2 songs left.
Holy mackerel.
The video rewind tonight is A Good Dog Is Lost, Ron Hines song. It is the original video and song from the album A Good Dog Is Lost, and it is... who's in the video? There's me, Steve, Mr. Grant, Ken Kelly, and Dave, I think. And Luke. Luke is in it as well. Cool video, actually. It's nice.
Dave? No,
Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Yes. Missing those 2 again, mixing them up. Good Lord. When will I stop doing that?
Well, never mind.
Probably not. Anybody got any news?
Anybody got any news outside of world politics, which we really don't need to hear about? Anybody getting married? Doing anything interesting? Oh, yes. Let me just get tuned up here first. I am really excited to get back out and do some of these Watchmen shows. As much as the travel and the situations being away from home make it very tough, but it is it's always a great time once I get to where I'm going and get into band mode, tour mode. It's a great feeling, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, here we go. Higher Grounds, about to release an EP of your own. Very cool. Send me some stuff on it. I'd love to hear it. I love hearing what people are doing. Now, this is the one that we just changed. I'm going to play this. Sorry, this is part of our adaptation process, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and remember to hold the note on every second line, was it we decided? Don't play the fourth note, remember? You'll remember it. Just before we started, remember?
'Twas in another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when darkness was a virtue and the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. I come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her, on that I give my word. Isn't this badge and it's a place where it's always still and warm? Now come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Not a word was spoke between us, there was a little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. I come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, I was buried in the hail, poison in the bushes and blowing out on the trail. Hunted like a crocodile that was ravaged in the cold. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there, with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully and she took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, now there's a war between us, something has been lost. I took too much for granted and I got my signals crossed. Just to think that it all began on an uneventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walks on hard nails and the preacher rides a mount. Nothing really matters much, it's doom alone that counts. And the one-eyed undertaker, he blows a feudal horn.
Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, I've heard newborn babies moaning like a wailing dove. An old man with broken teeth was stranded without love. Do I understand your question, man? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation and they gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence and I got repaid with gold. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, I'm living in a foreign country and I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks the razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could just turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Tony Arkell just made the biggest white flag. I can't even see that. There's two emojis of flags. I don't know what that means. Dab of milk? Okay. Oh, White Russian. Gotcha. Russian flag with the white flag. Oh, man. Swift. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Okay, this next song. This is an interesting one. This is a song. This is a Ron tune. Which... Ron, like I, had a major recording deal with EMI Records. And they made a fantastic record. There's a song that Ron wrote at some point in his career called Record Man, which is a really interesting... Neil, what key did we say we were doing this in?
In B minor, I think.
We're just doing it in B minor, so I'm in regular... Okay. It's a pretty interesting song. I remember the first time I heard it. This is a very anti-Ron Hines song. Is Ron Hines, as you all know, I mean, Ron wrote a fair number of sort of pop songs, but he wrote a lot of these narrative, beautifully arranged songs. And this one here has got a pretty wacky arrangement too, which is interesting. But it's an angry, hateful, spite-filled song, which Ron had a way of twisting the knife a little bit, but this one here is quite interesting. So we've never played this. This will be another first tonight. This is one that I've been wanting to put in the band for a while. It's a really cool recorded version that Ron did with a full band. Record Man. Sometimes I gotta take the blame. Sometimes it's not my fault. I could put money on the table. I could leave it locked away in my vault. I could decide to cure your ills. I could fill your wounds with salt. I could put you right in the driver's seat. I could bring your career to a halt. And I don't expect you to understand. It's the one thing that makes me a record man. Yeah, I'm a record man.
I got a digital watch, short on time. I got a view from the 44th floor, and I don't gotta look too far in the past to predict what the lies in store. I got a steel cane, skeleton keys, hanging like a waterfront horse, and it ain't like I got a life of my own. Why the hell should I care for yours? And I never reached to you for a helping hand. Now this is one thing that makes me a record man. I'm a record man. And I nurture them, watch them grow, put their desires first. I seen them coming, I seen them go, like balloons that might have burst. All of these artists, who do they think they are, cashing in on a claim like that? Skinny kids from suburbia, I can't wait for their turn at bat. So you hit a home run on your first time out, and the season is yours for a song. You can derail on a comeback trail where the road is rocky and long. I got a future and you got a 5-piece band. This is the one thing that makes me a record man. I'm a record man. And I nurture them, watch them grow, put their desires first. I seen them coming, I seen them go, like balloons that might have burst. Sometimes I gotta take the blame, sometimes it's not my fault. I could put the money on the table, I could keep it locked away in my vault. I could decide to cure your ills, I could fill your wounds with salt. I could put you right in the driver's seat, I could bring your career to a halt. And I don't expect you to understand. It's the one thing that makes me a record man. I'm a record man. Well, I'm a record man, man. I'm a record man. Well, I'm a record man, man, man. Well, I'm a record man.
There you go, a little record man. He's got so many great lines in this song. I'm just going to pull a few out because they're just amazing. I mean, I love this. I got a digital watch, but I'm short on time. I got a view from the 44th floor. Just amazing. And then there's a bunch of random lines that sort of... I love this line here. You got to understand the record life is a weird place to be. And all so much we see about these independent artists sort of complaining about record companies. If they had a deal in front of them, they would most likely sign it. The record companies are a high-interest bank loan, but there's so much more to it in the interpersonal relationships. And I just love... There's another line in here. It says, and I never reach to you for a helping hand. I mean, that's every musician that I know, they hang out on Queen Street, going to the places where they know the A&R guys. This is back in the record days. You go out, for your Tuesday nights at the Horseshoe, because there'd be 4 or 5 record people there, and you drink with them and hang out with them, and then you'd ask them for help. Hey, do you think you can get me a demo deal? But then after, I nurture them, watch them grow, put their desires first, blah, 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 blah. This line here I just love when he says, where is it? Oh, come on now. I'm looking at the lyrics and I can't find it. Well, this whole second, third verse, whatever. Check out the arrangement on it. All these artists, who do they think they are, cashing in on a claim like that? Skinny kids from suburbia can't wait for their time at bat. And this is cool. So you hit a home run on your first time out. And the season is yours for a song. You can derail on a comeback trail where the road is rocky and long. Well, that's totally cool. But then this part here, I got a future, but you got a 5-piece band. It's just like, holy fuck. I've seen so many bands get to that. After their first record, the record company kind of pulls back the money and they don't have any money, and all of a sudden
the main guy's on the hook. You got a 5-piece band to pay on the road. That's food, that's per diems, that's wages, that's salaries, that's all the gear, that's all the crew that needs to be. That's a huge burden on the artist. I just love that line. I got a future, but you got a 5-piece band. That's one thing that makes me a record man. Anyways, a little bit of a deep dive into the Ron song here. It's amazing. I mean, this guy is so good. And of course, we all know that Dylan is great. So that doesn't need to be debated. Oh, what a fun night, ladies and gentlemen. I've really, I once again needed this. Winter is hard. Winter is hard for a lot of people. But I'm glad to be getting through it. Next week, I had a great time chatting with my buddies in Jigger, and next week we're going to have a really cool time hanging out with them, talking about their heavy metal, prog rock, pop crossover album, for lack of a better word, or lack of a better description. It's going to be a real nice time to hang out with small friends from Newfoundland. Let you guys hear all about it. Neil, what's new?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. I'm working less, which is
That's true. Yeah, you've been.
So, yeah, I've hired another person to do customer service, and it's an unfortunate circumstance. My office administrator is very ill.
Mm-hmm.
And went off on long-term disability, so I was doing most of her work for pretty well all of last year, kind of thing.
A little bit the year before too, yeah. Last couple of years, you've been.
Yeah, which I don't really need to do at my age. So anyway, I'm taking massive steps to get away from doing that, and so I can, be a full-time musician.
Excellent. Full-time musician, and also,
it's so lucrative.
It is. I mean, why would you work a day job when you can lose money every day of your life?
When you can be a record man.
Exactly. Barry, I'm really hoping that your whatever the fuck is going on with your body gets sorted out. Barry's been having issues, ladies and gentlemen. Just nothing big. It's just sort of his knee hurts one day, then his elbow hurts, and his shoulder hurts. And it's just a constant sort of thing. So hopefully they'll figure out what the fuck is wrong there.
Yeah, it's getting better, but it's still good.
Maybe this spring we should get you skateboarding. That'll get you back in shape.
Hey,
That's
exactly what. That's exactly what you need.
I got the deck already, right?
Yeah, see, that's my problem right there. I'd be starting with a half deck. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun night again. Next week we're back home with Jigger. I started to watch a show last night. I turned it off. I didn't really get into it. A show called Beef. Really interesting, sort of. It's just sort of a. From what I can tell, it's a collection of people experiencing their life frustrations. The cell phone's been ringing too much. There's too much happening at work. There's too much happening with the kids. There's too much happening. People driving are idiots, and you're seeing these people getting really, really worked up. And it sort of starts with this massive road rage thing where somebody honks a horn at a guy in a parking lot because he almost backs into them, and then he chases them, ends up chasing them through suburbia and like cutting across lawns and stuff. And anyways, that I kind of bailed on it because it didn't really appeal to me, but it did put me in. It got my anxiety going watching it, but B, it was a reminder that like people out there are just they're on the fucking edge. They are on the edge, and
what do you mean?
Exactly. There's a lot of it going on out there. It's a pretty weird place. So be cool, be nice, be like Steve, and enjoy yourself until next week when we see you again, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. Good dog is lost. Stood a sign above the counter at the corner store with an address and a phone to call. Still in all it said, a little bit more it said, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe someone that I love that much has run away from me. And if you find her, you can only return to me at any cost. For a good dog is lost somewhere out there tonight upon a darkened street, running breathless with a wild beating heart, in all directions on 4 tiny feet, calling, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe
Someone that I love that much has forgotten about me. Look at all these people tucked away in their houses, watching reruns of Who's the Boss. For a good dog is lost, and a tired clerk behind the counter says, every day in tiny ways we disappear. On a night like this, it's better him than me out there. For a good dog is lost. Sit a fly beneath the windshield wiper of my car. So I stashed it in my groceries. Caught this expression in my rearview mirror. It said, hey there stranger, I can hardly believe that a picture of a puppy drawn with a crayon can get to a guy like me. Guess I'll just go out and drive around. You know I'll never sleep, I'll just turn and toss. For a good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. Good dog is lost. A good dog is lost.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and a Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.